Hey guys, Kev here, and I wanted to do a custom flashlight collection update. So a lot of things have changed in the last month even. I bought a lot more and then I sold a bunch. I'm having a new deck put on the house, so I ended up kind of wanting to clear out a few things just to raise some padding in the old savings account. But I still have a bunch here. I did sell some duplicate stuff that I had. I had a lot of like, 3 of these, whatever, and it just was too much. There's 2 that are not here right now. There's the CWF Micro Click. I actually picked up another one of those on the secondary, but it came really beat up, so I sent it off to Charles to get refinished. This is the mini arc, but it's very similar to this, just thinner. I felt like I needed to have one in the collection just to have every CWF model, but then I was like selling stuff and I'm like, shit, probably shouldn't have done that. But anyway, so that one, and then there's a barrel M2JN that I have with a Timascus ring, and it's a little bit different than this one. And that one had a little bit of a driver issue, so I sent it off to my buddy Artie to look at. So those 2 are not here, but other than that, I have the whole collection here. I keep them in this really nice Cavill Knives case. If you guys are not familiar with this case, it's $60, so it's super well made and affordable. You won't find another case this damn good for $60. Some people will say, oh, you can get a Harbor Freight case. Yes, you can, but it will not have clasps like this, and it will not have a setup like this with actual really nice foam. This actually has a rubber sort of cover over the foam. And then you have the regular foam down there. And this is super durable and nice. Harbor Freight ones, you have to pluck and peel, and oh my God, it makes me pick and pluck. It just makes me want to freak out. And then they fall apart instantly. And if you get one of those and then a Nalpac insert, which I have right over here for my knives, you're talking about probably $150, $200 total anyway. So 60 bucks, it will fit 24 knives or flashlights. They do fit the triple emitter customs, fits this Woobin here. So, it'll fit a lot of stuff. And, yeah, they're just great cases. 60 bones. I think that's a great option. So, yeah, I highly recommend that. But anyway, let's take a look at the flashlights here. Let's see. So the first, let's just go from the back to the front, I guess. So she said, so back here I have the single emitter lights. I don't have too many of those. I think I have 4 now. This one is a Magizmo. This is a Magizmo custom HACU. This is from Don himself. Absolutely fantastic maker. An OG in the space. One of the best. Let me clean this out. And this one has a Nichia 4500K 519A emitter. This has a Tana engine in it. So I got an engine made by Tanovich. I believe he's out of Poland. And he makes a Dr. Jones that you can put into a Magizmo flashlight. So that's what I have in here. It has a reflector from Don. This is a 16340 body. And I have the cracked ice clip on it. This is his nice polished titanium clip. And you can see we have that nice beam. Just a beautiful flashlight. These are around $470 if you spec it out the way I did. If you add the Tana engine, it's going to be another like $150. You got to order that from him. Beautiful beam with the 519A. It was beautiful before. It was a little more rosy with the 119V that it came with. But yeah, really, really nice. Looks like I didn't even swap out the switch cover on this one like I usually do. Because Don, man, he just kills it. From factory, his flashlights are some of the best. They're just a little underpowered in this modern time. And that's the one thing that I wish he would just, update a little bit, put a Dr. Jones in there And I think he'd be right back in the forefront of custom flashlights. Not that he isn't now. He's still one of the names that people talk about, but it's not as hot as it used to be. And I think if he just threw a Dr. Jones or something into that, pill, he'd be right back there. Everybody would be clamoring for these. But either way, you can buy these at any time you want. I have videos on it, so just search that, Magizmo flashlight or whatever. And I have a whole video explaining how you can order. You just have to email Don, and he'll literally ship it within 24 hours. You can get a light this beautiful that fast. So, just saying. That is the Magizmo HACU. The next one is another classic. This is the Dawson Machinecraft Ion Slim, previously known as Lima Metalcraft Ion Slim. I have the short clip on it because these ribs right here are a pain in the ass with the regular clip. You got to have it tappy or something if you want to get it in your pocket. This works way better, guys. So if you have one of these, get the short clip. Trust me. I always go black screws if I can to get a little pop of color. Also matches that ceramic ball. I have the Okluma switch cover in here. Very easy to tail stand. Little bit stiffer on the actuation. This one and the one before are forward clicky flashlights. 95% of what I have is forward clicky. I think I have one reverse clicky right now. Another Dr. Jones driver. So you have what I set up as moonlight, low, medium, beautiful beam, and then double tap for turbo. Look at that beam, man. This thing kills basically any other 14500 single emitter that you're gonna find. I honestly, I had a DC0 that I spec'd out. I had it modded by my buddy Artie. I was so happy with it. Put a Beastro engine in there, had a reflector, all this stuff. 519A, 4500K. But guys, this thing comes better than that stock. I don't know why these aren't constantly sold out. Artificial scarcity and all that shit with some lights, but man, these are in stock at places, and it's the best 14500. I have now experienced them all. I have spent plenty of time with them all, so my mind has changed over time, but this is the best one, guys. It fits in the pocket extremely well. It's a little bit longer than the DC0 and the CWF, but it's just the best. I don't know what else to tell you. It's got I believe an MCR 18 reflector in here. If you want something a little bigger, he's got the Comet, which I recently reviewed, which is an 18650 light with an MCR 20, and that thing is an absolute monster. But this thing, 14500, just a beast. It comes, you can get it stock with 519A, 4500K. I mean, beautiful machining. They're about $450 in titanium. You can get them for, I think, $325 in aluminum. I can't say enough about Dawson Machinecraft. And then Joshua over there is the man. Just a really good dude. And yeah, just can't say enough good things about this light and their lights. And I want more, actually. I want to get a Malini Slim. You're going to see one other La Lima as we go through here. Then this one is a FocusWorks F2. So this, again, has been modded. This has a Dr. Jones driver in it now. I am thinking about selling this one, so if anybody's interested, let me know. They're about $175 new in this raw aluminum, but I did add the Dr. Jones driver, so I'm thinking I'd sell it for, I don't know, $225 just to get a little bit of my money back. 14500 double spring, so it's nice and there's no shaking battery stuff going on. He has a very good stock clip. The only downside is sometimes it can wiggle a little bit. You got to really crank those screws and just be careful. Beautiful aesthetic. This is one of my most recommended lights to people just getting into customs. If you just want a taste of custom lights, I think the F2 is a phenomenal value, along with something from like Raylight, like the Lan Apple or whatever. You can get those under 100, but this is $175, and you're talking about a custom-made flashlight in Canada by Jordy. Really, really well done. It does have an optic versus a reflector, so you're not going to get as good of a throw or hot spot, but I think this is a fantastic middle ground for people who want a little bit of throw and then a good just EDC light. If you just want a good EDC light, the F2 does a phenomenal job. This, again, has 519A, 4500K. If I can, I will put that in everything. Not all my lights have it because I can't get everything modded, but a lot of them, if they get modded, they get that emitter because I just love it. I mean, look at it. So you get a little bit of a hot spot. In person, it's a lot less, but it's good. And then you have the Dr. Jones. So you have this turbo. And yeah, just it's a really solid light. And again, 14500. Next one is CWF Mini Arc, the Mini Arcadian. This just released. This is his 14500 light, competes with the DC0, the Ion Slim, that F2, and the next one I'm going to show you. This, I got to say, is the slimmest and shortest 14500 I think you're going to find. Maybe a Ray light would be a little slimmer, but this one has a better beam and output and whatnot. Very clean aesthetic. This is the Stonewash. He has one of the best reflectors I've ever seen in a light this size. Look at that, just smooth as shit. The micro click also, just beautiful beam. This one has a 219C 5K emitter. Charles does not use 519A because he says he can't get a ream of it or a reel of it or whatever. These guys buy giant things of emitters, I guess, and he's not able to find the 519A, which, man, I really hope he does at some point, finds that 4500K, because he always does 4K and 5K 219C. Just get the 4500K 519A and put that in everything, and I would be happy. But anyway, this is programmable. There is a more affordable sort of version of this you can get from Tactile Pens. They have their version of this called the Apollo. It is slightly differently machined right here, and it has their sort of milling on it, and that one comes with a low, medium, high, no programmability. This one comes with a Quantum Chimera engine, so you can program it, and it has these modes. Beautiful beam, nice hotspot. You get this thing outside, and it is freaking impressive for the size. It's really, really good. Yeah, this is the only reverse clicky I currently have here. The micro click is also reverse clicky, but what a beautiful light. Here is a look again at the battery. I had to wrap it so it wouldn't rattle in there. I've had two of these, and one of them did that, one of them didn't. So here's a look at the pill, because the engine is actually on the emitter board, which is freaking amazing. His new Chimera design is just stupidly good. So that's that. Oh, prices. So this one was like $450. So far, this one's $500, and the F2 I said was $175. So I've been telling you prices. This is the last 14500 here, and this is the JC Customs Hydra, and this one is an outlier because it is a triple emitter. It is a triple emitter 14500, which is super rare. I just noticed that one lens or whatever looks different. I never noticed that before. I wonder what's up with that. Let me check it on like low. Yeah, something's going on here. I don't know what's going on there. What the hell was that? Is it just on there wrong, maybe? I think I probably have to take it out and check it. I recently put tritium in. So any of my triple emitter lights, I'm going to probably have tritium in all of them. So this one has green tritium I recently put in. It was kind of a fun process to get those in. They're actually shorter tritium than normal. Usually you do 1.5 by 6. These are 1.5 by 4 because this is a smaller sort of thing. But anyway, I'll look into this after. I don't know if I screwed something up, or maybe this optic is just different. And then I didn't even notice because he sent me a new optic to drill out. And maybe that one was messed up. Had some kind of issue where it's not frosted on one of them. It looks normal. I think the lens maybe just isn't on the right spot. But anyway, this is also for the 4500K 519A. And this one has a Beastro engine, FET Beastro engine. And man, is it good. It has, I think it has just as much power as any of my 18350 triples, but it is a 14500. I mean, it has the same output in the battery. It's just wild considering how much smaller it is. The machining's actually really good on this one. Not a huge fan of how the glass and the pill and everything goes in. It just doesn't seem to, like, you know, level up very well, which I think is causing this issue. Oh yeah, look, now 2 of them are different. What the hell is going on? Am I crazy? I don't know. So anyway, there you go. It is very short for it's very short for the size battery, which is really cool. So it's got a lot of power, and it's a short flashlight. It's small for a 14500. I mean, here's the CWF, which is probably the shortest, and it's damn near identical, just a little thicker. Just really well done, man. I really love this. But this was modded. Well, actually, the only mod is the 4500K. And I added the tritium, but it came with, now it switched back. What is going on? I added the switch boot cover from Okluma, and I bent the clip because it was horrible. I had to bend this part here up so it would actually go in the pocket. But other than that, the engine's the same. So anyway, that's the Hydra. The next one's going to be the CWF Peanut. So this one kind of started it all, guys. This is the first 18350 I bought. And then I was like, God damn, I love this flashlight. And now I need more. And then it just started an absolute craze. So again, you have green gasket and you have green tritium because I match everything up. I have it set for green secondary. Now, the cool thing about the Peanut is this has the Quantum Dragon engine, which you can swap the color from green to red to blue. You have 3 options, which is really cool. So I had 3 of them, and then I had them all set up with different colors, but it was kind of dumb, so I sold those. And I kept the Stonewash because I had the Stonewash mini arc, and then I got a Stonewash micro arc, so I could do like I have all the, you know, and I had a Stonewashed Arcadian, but then I sold that because I have another Arcadian you're about to see that I kept. Anyway, 18350. This one is an absolute bear to loosen the head on. I don't know why. I have to tighten it down to get the seam perfect. But 18350 battery, right? Look how tiny this thing is. It's absolutely microscopic because Charles's quantum engines the board has everything on it. So it has the emitters, it has the driver, it's all on that main board. So he doesn't have a separate like driver that has to have wires and shit going to it. So it's just, it makes it where he can make a light this small with the same amount of power. It's crazy. So watch, this thing has an absolute amazing amount of output. The only downside with the Dragon engine is the options are not fantastic. So I always have to do this option, which has has like every brightness mode. But look at that. It's an absolute tank. Is that the brightest? Nope, this is. And I always put the 10507 Carclo optic in every one of my triples because I like that clear, narrow beam. But anyway, this is the Peanut, and this is, these are like, I think they were like $550 new. You can get them on secondary, though, for really good prices. So the big daddy to this is the Arcadian. So this is sort of a Peanut version of the Arcadian. And then the mini arc is a slimmed down Arcadian. Normally this doesn't have the ridges. This is called the groovy version. But normally this would just be smooth. And this is like a slim version of the Arcadian. And then he has the micro, which is like a micro version thinness of the Arcadian. And then you have the Peanut, which is a short version. So super cool. CWF, love all his stuff. This is my favorite though. Look at this thing. Machine finished titanium. I put the Ti2 clip on here because it just makes sense on this flashlight. Not on every light. This one has a amber secondary light. okay? So I have an orange glow gasket and orange tritium in there, so everything matches. You have smooth threads, and you have a 18350 battery. Very, very nice. Okluma tail switch, like pretty much everything I have. And this is also a beast. I mean, any of the Dragon Driver engines I have are just monsters. So that's the Arcadian. The next one is another cousin, sort of. This is the Okluma DC1 in machined titanium. On this one, I threw in the Magizmo clip, cracked ice, because it was the only clip I could find that really went with the flashlight well. I love this light. This one, I put a Quantum Dragon engine in because you can swap out the pills with CWF pills and older Hanko pills. So I got Quantum engines from Charles. I have a bunch of them, actually. And I don't know, I just like the Quantum engine. It's really nice. This one has blue tritium, blue gasket, and I have it set up with blue, even though it could be green or red, like I was saying. And the Quantum secondaries are much dimmer. It's way more of a moonlight, if that's something you're into. And they're not as even because you have the 3 LEDs kind of spread out in a weird way, but I like it. And again, just absolutely fantastic performance out of Dragon engines in general. But this is just a beauty. Look at that. This thing, I don't know what they went for new, probably around 500. I think I paid $650. It came with, I think, a stock clip, and it came with the Lux RC engine, which I got rid of because it actually sucked balls, but whatever. The next one is another Lima. This is the Starfall. I actually have this one up for sale, so if anybody's interested, let me know. I would sell it for $400. And if you want it with the tritium and the gasket in there, I'll do $450. But this is the Lima Starfall, or Dawson Machinecraft Starfall. Beautiful flashlight. A lot of people call it the foreskin because this kind of looks like foreskin and a penis. Unfortunately, I can't unsee that now. I didn't think that until somebody mentioned it, and now I can't get it out of my head. It looks cool, though. So it's kind of like, I don't know, is it a flower or is it a penis? You know, I don't know. But it's kind of a pretty penis, so I don't know, whatever. Okluma switch cover, beautiful lines. Again, excellent machining on this puppy. 18350 battery. And you have, again, a Dragon engine. I think this one is the stock one that has 4K. Yep, this is a green Dragon V3. And there you go. Beautiful. This one's 4K 219C, I believe. And that is the Starfall. I think these were probably 600 or something new. I know they were a little bit pricey. All right, next one is the barrel. This is the Barrel M2JN. DLC tie ring, titanium body with a stonewash or tumble. Again, Magizmo clip because the only one that would work. I bought a DLC tie arrow clip, and you can't even get it in your pocket. So I had to return it, and then I put this on there, and it looks sick. I have a Cerakote aluminum black sleeve in there. So these are actually 16340 lights, even though they're the same size as an 18350, because they have this sleeve in there. They have that aesthetic thing with the sleeve. So that's why they have to use a slimmer battery, which is cool with me. It looks cool. Again, Dragon engine. And these are like $550 new in basic form. And then they're like $595 or something if you get like a milled clip or something. Red gasket, red tritium, red Dragon. And this one's pretty damn bright. These 16340s, for some reason, the ones I have are powerful. The lights, I don't know if it has something to do with the battery, but it's just crazy how bright those are. I think this is a 219C5K, but it could be LH351. The next one is the Pele. So this is a Ti2 Design Pele CWF, also involved in this. Again, red, red, red all around. So red secondary. And again, this one is a beast. This one creates more of a hot spot than pretty much any other custom I have. And I think it's because it's set deeper down. You see how the glass is set deeper down? I think it gives it more of a hot spotty feel. Pretty simple construction. You literally have a tube on both ends, and then you have a tail cap that screws on and a head that screws on. And that's it. This houses the switch and the clip. This houses the engine. Very old pill in here. This is stock. You know, this is like 7, 8 years old, I think. But still kicking. Interesting threads, different than any other threads I've tried. Really nice. And again, dragon. Pretty sure this one is 5K 219C. All right, last row. This is the Citadel. This is a Reaver Arms flashlight. Really, really cool. Crenulated bezel, orange, and red on this one, I think. Maybe I have to swap this out. Oh, yeah. I think I have a red I could put in there now. So, anyway, I think I have orange gasket and an orange tritium, and then I have a red secondary because I didn't have red trit or gasket at the time. I might now. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Beautiful milled clip. The claim to fame on this one is the awesome machining. So you have, again, a 16340 battery because even though it's around the same size as an 18350 light, it's thicker because this titanium is milled like crazy. It does dissipate heat pretty well because of that, but check this out. When you tighten it down, claim to fame is how everything kind of matches up as you crank it. There you go. Lines up beautifully, and just a freaking amazing piece of art. Look at that. I love just the design of everything. Okluma switch, red, and here we go again with an absolute beast. 219C, 5K on this one as well. Next one is my Oveready Boss. So this is the only one with like a different engine pretty much for my triple emitters. I was able to squeeze green tritium in there, and this has a green glow ring. So it's really cool once you get it going and at night because that glow ring will charge, and then your tritium will kind of help charge that, and it all looks pretty cool. And this is another engine like the CWF where it's all on one board, so they can make it this small because the driver, everything is on that one board with the emitters and everything. This also has a 18350. This is aluminum, actually. It's the only aluminum light that I feel is as quality as the titanium ones I have. It looks and feels like a titanium flashlight, so it doesn't bug me at all that it's aluminum. And if I didn't tell you and you didn't know, you probably wouldn't be able to realize that this is aluminum. And then the bezel is steel. And I think that plus the bronze pill gives it the same weight as like a titanium light. I don't know. And then you have this sort of brass back here as well with the MOF switch. So this actually has a different switch as well. It's a momentary off switch, MOF switch. So basically it's always on, and then when you hold down, it cuts power. It's an interesting switch. It's an interesting driver. You can program this on your phone or computer and then hold it up and it'll program it. The problem is the software or the, like the software, there's something up with the firmware or something. It's just not working right. They have all, like the pin, they have pins so you can do stuff. Unfortunately, you still have to like click and shit to do things. You can't just program everything on here. So to get to program mode, you have to like hold down and then double tap, double tap, double tap, and let go. And then you'll get this little light that lets you program. I can pretty reliably do that code, or pin they call it. But then they have other pins for like battery check. They have pins where you can change pages, which is like you can have different settings for different pages. So like right now I could have low, medium, high, and then I could have a different one that's like high, medium, low, or whatever. And you could switch between those by doing a certain pin, but none of those work. The timing's all messed up, and they need to do an update. And I've had this light for months, and there's been no update about that. And I'm pretty sure it's been a problem for like years. And it doesn't seem like they're doing anything about it, sadly. So as much as I love the Boss, I don't know. It just has this sort of issue with it that bugs me because I'm OCD. So I want to try the pins constantly, and they never work. And it's not me. I've confirmed with them that it's something with the light. So they just need to do an update, and I don't know what they're doing. So anyway, but it's awesome. That's the thing, right? So it has this beautiful amber secondary, which is just this post with a secondary that comes up near the glass. And it gives the most beautiful moonlight secondary. It's the best secondary in the business. Look, you can see that little dot right there next to the tritium. That's the secondary light. So we can turn it on, you'll see. How cool is that? Anyway, it's also an absolute monster. This has 519A, 4500K, and it is just a beast. For the size of the light, it's crazy how bright this thing is. So that is the Boss. These are like $700 spec the way I have it. In aluminum, yeah. All right, now we've come to the Hankos. So this is my Hanko collection. I have 6 of them. I'll start with the first one I got. That's this one. I think I did this in a recent video, so I'll kind of breeze through these. Orange gasket, orange trit, amber secondary, Dragon driver with 4500K, 519A, beautiful beam, beautiful light, Okluma switch cover. They all come with these steel flame Hanko clips, and I keep those. I just have to bend them to get them the right tension. This one was my first one, so I didn't know what to get. I had so many options, so I just chose Tesseract Twist in camo tie. So that's what this is, 18650. This has the Dragon driver, and this has his tri-start threads, so it just tightens so quick, comes off so quick versus the regular ones, which you'll see because I have older Hankos too. So that's the first one. These are all the Trident model. This one is a full Reactor, and this one's in stonewash titanium. I like the stonewash and the camo tie about equally as much. Again, tri-start threads, just beautiful. Dragon driver, engine. This one's got the little gray and black tones. I love that. This one's red, red, red. And this one has a 519C Dragon driver in it. And again, just fantastic EDC light. These are my favorite lights, obviously. Next one is a full Tesseract or total Tesseract in stonewash tie. I love this one because it has those kind of like polished accents in these spaces, which is really cool. And again, red, red, red. And again, this one I think, is this a Dragon or a... See, this one has to twist off so much. Yeah, this is just a Dragon engine. It's not the Quantum. I have one with a Quantum. But I could put a Quantum engine in here if I wanted to. But you have red. And then beautiful 219C. Again, just bright as shit. Clear, narrow optic. The next one is a full twist camo tie. This is one of my favorite ones. Just love the full twist. And this one has tritium in it from Hanko. He did it himself. He put it in this optic for me. And they're smaller tritium vials, and they're put in with UV glue against the optic. And they look gorgeous. And at night, it looks like kind of like a scope. It's really cool. The only issue is I think the tritium is like low on half-life because it's not very bright. It's kind of sad, really, because I honestly like the regular tritium better at night. I can see it better than this, even though this should be better. I think it's just not as bright because they're older trit vials. I don't know. It's blue, so maybe green would look better, but whatever. And I took the gasket out because it was kind of interfering with that. But I had blue in there. And then I have a Quantum engine in here. So again, it could be green, could be red, but it's blue. And you have beautiful 219C, 5K, probably my second favorite. emitter. Really bright, powerful, great flashlight. This one is the older style. That's how I was able to get the quantum in there. That's what that looks like. 18350. The next one is probably the crown jewel here. That is my zirconium full reactor Trident. This is glass finished or polished zirconium. The beautiful like hammer looking clip. This one has the same kind of tritium in there, no gasket. This is an older one as well, so lots of threads. Oops. And this is a Dragon engine right here, 18350. And just a beautiful freaking light. Has a little extra weight to it, really good feel to it. Okluma switch. This is a blue, just all kind of matches together so well for me. I think blue goes perfectly with this. This one has 4500K, I think. Does it? Yeah, it does. So this is 219 or 519A. Bright as shit. Beautiful. Just love this light. And last, but absolutely not least, my most recent purchase from Hanko, a full reactor, full proto reactor in camo tie. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Probably my favorite pattern I've tried. Okluma switch. And this one has green, green, green. Dragon engine, 18350. By the way, the Hankos all come with the Dr. Jones 4K LH351D emitters. You can't change any of that. But you can have it modded after or swap the engine out. Just know if you get a new one, he has tri-start threads, so you can't just buy a conversion engine from Charles or whoever. You have to get somebody to mod your existing pill or get a pill or do something. But anyway, this one's green, green, green. Nice green. Secondary, which is honestly a little too bright for me, even on low. But it's fine. It's not the end of the world. 4500K again on this guy. And again, super bright. Really nice. Just a pleasure. Absolutely love Hanko flashlights. There you go, guys. Those are all my custom flashlights. I don't know if this one counts. This is a DVR4 or whatever. Hank lights, MSR. I think they're like sort of custom production. But my buddy Steve got me this, and it's got UV, which has been extremely useful, sadly. It's like a running joke that I hate that light, but I use it more than anything. So anyway, let me know which one's your favorite. If you're interested in the Starfall or the barrel, definitely let me know. I would happily sell these to you guys. So yeah, but that's it. That's the collection. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It has trimmed down a little bit, but I think I've got it dialed more where I have some really nice stuff that I like a lot more, and I don't just have a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? I had like 3 peanuts and all this stuff. So, yeah, I love you guys. Links are down below to the Cabell knife case if you're interested in this case. Definitely check it out at Cabell Knives. I have a link down below. 60 bucks, you know. I'll try to link the makers that I can. Some of them don't have websites, but yeah. I love you. I appreciate your time. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will catch you later.